Virginia veteran is preparing to celebrate Christmas at home thanks to the kindness of strangers. And now he's making a positive impact on the lives of others. Here at WUSA 9, we know you could use some hope in your headlines. And that is why our Sean Martinelli takes us to Prince William County to get to the heart of it.
When he arrived at this Harris Teeter in Bristow, Virginia, veteran Joseph George could call it a low point, but even that would be an understatement.
To know that I was sleeping on this lot in my van, I didn't know a soul.
Joseph had just lost his St. Louis home to a fire and his son to a murder in the same day.
My baby son had told me, he said, Daddy, he said, I heard that they help veterans out a lot in D.C. Then I don't want to lose you.
Joseph drove his van hundreds of miles to this parking lot where he lived for weeks. Then one day, a stranger approached his car.
And he asked me, had I ever heard of this group called Volunteers of America? And I told him no.
Joseph called the nonprofit in hopes of getting help, but with no Virginia driver's license and no permanent address, he had no luck. That's when he hung up the phone and says he heard a whisper from God.
He said, call back. He said, whoever answered the phone, don't try to explain nothing, don't ask no questions. I want you to just start singing.
And so Joseph called back and sang.
Jesus, you're the center of my joy. All that's good and perfect comes from you.
What happened next changed the course of his life.
And she said, guess what? I was like, what? She said, now you have an address.
When you first heard that voice, what was going through your mind?
I thought, man, incredible. What a gift. What a gift.
Lisa Snyder didn't pick up that initial call, but works as a vice president at Volunteers of America. The organization provides safe housing to tens of thousands of vets, seniors, and families. The staff here vowed to help Joseph regardless of his circumstances.
I think it talks a little bit about just the human connection.
Boy, you be making all that noise.
They were able to get Joseph into a permanent home.
I can only say I'm grateful.
And with a home, Joseph was able to continue his career in music. He's since booked singing gigs all across America. None of it, he says, would be possible without that first call.
You know, without all those pieces coming together, then we don't get to see this huge, amazing portrait.
Hey, beautiful.
How are you?
I'm okay.
At our request, Joseph recently returned to Volunteers of America.
Thank you all so much.
And then he did what he does best.
Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe to help to make the season bright.
A voice he now uses to lift others, thanks to those who lifted him.
I'm so excited. I don't know what to do because my entire life has changed.
Thank you for the blessing.
Oh, you
I
so
needed
much.
that.
In Alexandria, Virginia, Sean Martinelli,
Thank you.
WUSA 9.
Hey, that's what it's for.
What an incredibly heartwarming story, and his singing gave me chill bumps. We are always looking for more stories just like this one. If you know someone out there inspiring who's making an impact on our community, we want to hear about them. You can email Sean directly at theheartofit@WUSA9.com.